Warning: this program is intended for adults of legal drinking age. Whiskey is consumed and discussed. The intent is to educate our palates on the differences of whiskey flavors and not an intent to get drunk. Please drink responsibly.
Hold on, I'm kidding.
Oh, hey! Hi, everybody! We didn't see you there. Hi! Welcome to I Fucking Love Whiskey. My name's Andrew Pierce, and I fucking love whiskey. I'm joined, as always, with my co-host, Mr. Joseph Limbaugh.
Hello, that is me. I am Joseph Limbaugh, and here I am. I'm not below you though. I think I'm to your.
Are you?
I'm like over here. I'm over here.
Over there.
Yeah.
I don't have the window up, so I don't know. Hi.
Yeah. Hey everyone, I'm Joseph Limbaugh. I'm nice today, as opposed to naughty, but we'll see what happens. And here's the thing about whiskey. I fucking love it. I fucking love whiskey. And we are joined by my wife, the delightful Ash Minnick, who is an incredibly talented producer, artist, and gaming person. And
personality, producer,
super nerd.
Yeah.
Yeah. But most importantly, just your wife.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's your birthday.
And it's Joseph's birth. Well, it's 2 days ago, but still.
2 days ago.
It's Joseph's birthday episode.
It's the birthday episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, hi, I'm Ash. I do things on the internet because that's the only place we can do things now.
But even before we could only do things on the internet, you did things on the internet.
That's true. But now I extra do things on the internet.
Yeah.
And I fucking love hats. I think they're great and stylish.
I thought you were going somewhere and then you turned.
Yeah, no, I'm just here to talk about hats.
Wow. This is going to be an interesting show.
Be different. Yep. It's going to be different.
Just roll with it. Roll with it.
We're going to talk about all sorts of subjects, but the very first thing we're going to talk about is whiskey. Our very first whiskey today is just north of Glasgow. Like, I think you can take a city bus there. It's Auchentoshan. It means corner of the field in Gaelic. This is a 10-year-old Auchentoshan. Look at the color. Very beautiful. Just gorgeous gold color there. Ex-bourbon barrels, I believe. And it comes in at 43%. So it's a good kind of one to kick us off here. And we're just going to sample that.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That is like a real fruity, nice fruity smell. Like, I feel like this is just a fresh cut orange.
Mm-hmm. And Joseph, the chat is saying your video is mirrored.
My video is mirrored.
Yeah, is there a way to swap it? I think it's because Joseph has a very weird camera setup. The
weird thing is, like, it's mirrored. Now it's mirrored for me. Like, now I'm backwards, which
Well, that's what Zoom does automatically.
But Oh, you know what? I should do it through Zoom probably instead, and then I'll.
This is the most fascinating episode.
Everybody's so into this.
No, Zoom mirrors just for you so that you don't go crazy.
Right. Okay, so now if I do this, then all right, we're good.
No, you're still mirrored.
No, now you're mirrored for us.
What? How about that?
No, you're still.
Just leave the camera the way it was. Just change your Zoom.
Oh, right.
There you go. That's perfect.
It's great.
Well, but that doesn't help me though.
Grandpa, no, the mute button. Unpress the mute button, Grandpa.
What are you trying to do for you?
Oh, look, do you really want to technically know? You want to technically? No, I get it. No, I understand. I do understand.
So this is
Auchentoshan?
Is it?
Auchentoshan.
Auchentoshan. Auchentoshan.
This is my brother's favorite whiskey. I haven't tasted it yet.
This smells great. Yeah, it's nice. It's not, the great thing is like, this is like not because I'm a fan of like peaty smoky whiskeys, and this isn't like that at all.
Yeah. This is
but I'm all about it
with flowers and
it smells like an old fashioned.
This is the hat you would wear when having Auchentoshan.
I think that's correct.
The flowers.
Mm-hmm.
It's also a wool hat. And being from north of Glasgow, you want like a warm wool hat. So yeah, it's a very comfortable yet stylish
And
So
there are, I think, 5 million people in Scotland, and there's 5 million sheep.
I thought there was more sheep
There
in
might be more
Scotland than
sheep,
there were
maybe
people.
7 million. There's a lot of sheep.
See no
It's the
evil
Evil
cast
podcast.
says, Auchentoshan to all, and to all a good slacken-flock.
That seems appropriate. I haven't even tasted this yet.
I tasted it, and I highly approve of it. It's super delicious.
What building would I wear this hat into that is made from this whiskey? Don't you like build buildings in your cups?
Sometimes. Yeah. This I would I think this would be like a fresh outdoor market. I think it would be a fresh like with locally sourced ingredients. Probably not in Scotland because this market definitely has citrus fruit and I think the citrus fruit was grown locally, and I don't think you could do that in Scotland. So but yeah, it's like a fresh outdoor market. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah,
That's a challenge.
there is some citrus in here as well in the nose.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rainy enough? No, that is not Scotland's problem.
But just open, like not outdoors, but like, you know, a lot of skylights, a lot of natural light coming in,
Like
open
a converted
market.
train station.
Yes.
Yeah, that sort of place. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
A
Like
little bit of the
mall in
oil
St.
left
Louis.
from the train tracks there, a little treacle or whatever it is they put on the
Treacle.
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 Treacle?
Treacle. Probably treacle. No?
I think it's treacle.
What's that treacle? But I'm
Also, do
Canadian,
you
so
say
we pronounce
detritus
everything
or
wrong.
detritus? Which one?
Detritus. I say detritus. Detritus. Detritus.
Detritus. Detritus. Tomitis. Legitis. These are words I made up.
Well, one of them.
It's our
would
first
be-
whiskey. It's our first whiskey.
We're just starting. We're just
Seriously.
starting.
We had one warm-up whiskey. That's it.
The weather's really nice. I think clear skies during this market visit. That's what this whiskey is. This whiskey smells and tastes like blue skies. Maybe like a one or two little puffy clouds, but mostly blue skies.
But you got a lot of outdoor air coming through, and it's not from downtown Glasgow. It's
No.
out in the
Well,
suburbs.
it's not in Scotland.
Yeah.
The market's not even in Scotland
Yeah.
because Scottish people don't like citrus.
No, they have citrus, but it has to be
they
shipped.
don't have trains,
Has to be
No.
shipped.
and there's no markets.
No, I'm not sure. I would check your facts on that one. I don't know.
I don't think I need to. I'm pretty sure they're spot on.
Okay, all right. Yep.
No trains, hate citrus, no air, especially on open air in all of Scotland.
There's no air.
Yeah, so
That seems dangerous.
you'd think that, but they're very strong people. Just-
Wow. No train but the Hogwarts Express. Bodie Cooper is getting really, really specific about it.
Well, the bridge that they go over, that curved, kind of arched bridge that the train goes over to Hogwarts, that's just below the Isle of Skye in Scotland.
Oh.
It's a real place, and you're not allowed to have drones fly over it because apparently that's what everyone does as the train's coming across it.
To like get their own Harry Potter videos to shoot their own Harry Potter movie. Yeah. It's like that ship has passed. It's not going to be as popular as the first
I don't
7.
know. I think documentaries, as long as you wait long enough, like if you have a documentary about Hogwarts and Harry Potter, like enough time later, I think.
Like a drone-umentary.
Oh.
Yeah, a docu-dronery.
There's more, but I'm not going to follow this chain.
I don't know.
Are we putting science in this? Is my question, Andrew. There's only
I
2 of us.
I think we have to.
Yeah, I'll do it.
You're gonna do it?
Yeah,
I'll join you.
I'm not. I feel like it might be something interesting. So I'm gonna.
Hogwarts a history. Yep.
I like to do now that we have you have these little eyedroppers. It's fun to like do
But you can't see the eyedropper; it's disappearing
Yeah, it's transparent.
My
because
finger.
of your
Okay,
camera
there.
setup.
Did it.
Or your
Yeah, it was.
What? Really?
yeah.
Ooh, interesting. I do think it opens up a bit. Like this is now a mostly actual open air market. It's not in a building at all. It's actually outside.
Was the top of the building just like ripped off by like a dragon?
No, the market itself was moved. Like part of it is still inside of the building, but half of it is outside in front of the building.
How did it get there? They have a bunch of PAs. I bet that's what it was.
Yeah, they have organized people.
A history. Yes, I love that. Tipsy.
A whiskey story. No, it's just whiskey story. A hid story.
A history.
History. Bodie Cooper, do you know how to change the bot? Because I think we have the bot from the improvised generation going instead of the Wishka Betha.
Ooh.
Computer on screen.
Mm.
We're at Google Home, Joseph and I, and one of our Google devices is the screen one, and it's named Screen, so that when I Chromecast to it, I can just say I'd like to see that on screen.
Nice
try, Tipsy Asparagus. Our Google is not programmed to read the chat. We shut that off just for this reason.
Yeah. Too many people in chat were
Normally,
doing
the Google will read any chat room that shows up on any screen in your house, but we turn it off for privacy reasons.
I do like when I come over though and I say, "Okay, Google, turn the living room blue," and it change your light.
Yeah, it does. It's true.
ASIO whiskey. Yeah.
I see your whiskey too, mister. I see your bourbon.
Yeah, I could do that now. I could turn the lights blue if I wanted to.
We wouldn't notice because you're in that.
Too.
Oh, this is your cask cave. I forgot.
I could too. Hey Google, turn whippoorwill red.
I don't think Google's listening to you anymore, Joseph.
Hey Google, turn whippoorwill.
I'm glad you picked such an easy name for your light.
Hey Google, turn whippoorwill red.
What is she saying?
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
Hey Google, turn lights red. No.
The fun game to play with your Google is
So
to come up
embarrassing.
with just to try different colors and to see if it knows them. Like, hey Google, turn whippoorwill midnight.
What is she saying? I feel like
She
she's
said,
saying
sorry, I don't understand. Hey Google, turn whippoorwill periwinkle.
Hey Google, turn lights pumpkin. No, she's just basically
She's ignoring you.
She is. Her little lights turn on, like, yeah, what's up? And I'm like, can you change the lights? And she's like, no.
Well, I think that because we're using most of the internet broadcasting our faces through through our internet, I think like because Google has to talk to the internet. Like it's not smart enough on its own to,
Shh. It'll hear you say that.
Oh yeah.
But it won't understand it because it can't connect to the internet.
You know what? This opens up with water. I wouldn't have expected it at 46.
Yeah, I agree. I like it with water. Yeah.
Ah.
Hey, light switch. Turn the lights off. It's ignoring me too.
I'm just doing my app now.
Yeah, there you go. Red and blue and lavender.
Lavender, blue, dilly dilly.
Hey Google, turn whippoorwill white.
You have to say white.
It just turned it off. Hey Google, turn whippoorwill white.
Hey, Google, turn whippoorwill lights off.
I have
Headsets.
Oh,
I have a
damn
headset.
it.
Hey Google, turn whippoorwill on.
Hey, you know what? So I think with water, I think
I'll turn it
that
on.
works with water. It's only 43%, but it's still, it works.
I agree. I'm going to write some notes.
It's now time at 15 minutes to the hour to move on to number 2.
That was me. I'm sorry.
I know it was you.
While they have fights over the light switch, we're going to talk about our next whiskey, a metaphysical mystery tour. This is a Royal Black,
Yes.
which is not a story you're going to hear a lot about because I think it almost all goes into blends. So there's not a lot of single casks that come out.
Where's it from?
It is from Scotland.
I mean, like where in Scotland?
I think it's Banffshire. I think it's like on the north east coast of Scotland, sort of thing. Someone in the chat will now be looking it up on the Google Maps and correct me, but I'm pretty sure it's there. It's like it's in the Highlands. Royal Brackla. Anyways, this is
a Google chat.
a 13-year-old, lucky 13, and
this is Scotch Malt Whiskey Society, so I'm always excited.
57.2%. This is a Speyside. Oh, it's a Speyside. I apologize. Ex-refill bourbon, Hogshead. So,
and it's 13, and it's a magical mystery tour. Is the name of it?
A metaphysical mystery tour.
Metaphysical mystery tour.
Have we tried this? I feel like we had it maybe at one of your tastings. Have we not?
I don't think so, because I believe I bottle popped it in preparation for this episode and kind of.
Oh, all right.
And you know what the SMWS said? They came back and they said, "Thank you for being so supportive of us." And I was like, "Thank you for putting all these great casks. Maybe come on the show." I didn't say that, but I will.
Is Jenna going to be on our show?
I will ask her next year.
Yeah.
I will definitely ask her.
Because I love what they're doing. I love what they're doing. Obviously. We know that.
Well, they're just
So
making...
you picked this for the metaphysical mystery tour, this hat, because
if you're going to be like on the road dealing with metaphysical stuff, you need to like bring some Indiana Jones energy with you. Is my thought.
This whiskey belongs in a museum.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, this is a 13-year Scotch, and when I was 13, I really loved Indiana Jones, so that makes sense.
Near Narnia?
Hey, Ash, you want to come in here and smell this? You want to take a snoot of this?
This is like a leather whip. This is
oh yeah, it smells really good.
Can you pour another one? Or
Yeah.
take your cup.
Well, no, I can rinse this glass out. Do you want a glass? You should do this. This is exciting.
Let's do it. Let's smell whiskey.
Oh, it's nice. It's a tobacco. Yes.
This is just remarkable.
Oh, this is nice.
It's funny because I do feel like that hat goes perfectly well with this. You know what I mean?
It smells like a leather whip.
I forgot. Brooke Lassie is going along with us because Brooke Lassie has a few of these already too. Unwashed potato peels. Yes, I kind of get that.
That doesn't sound good.
Come here.
Earthy,
come and get it.
And the potato starchy. Oh yeah. No. I get it.
Yeah. No. Definitely. Yeah. Unwashed. Yeah. Potato peels. Oh wow. This definitely has an organic smell to it.
See, well, Brooke Lassie is good at pairing whiskeys with food, which is something I have no facility for, but she thinks it will be good with pot roast.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I have returned.
There you are. With some whiskey. We saw you. You didn't need to announce it. I'm going now. I'm coming back. I'm sipping whiskey.
I didn't need to, but I did.
Yeah.
I'm having such a good time.
This is...
Isn't that... Oh, that's amazing.
It's kind of fruity.
A little bit.
What does that remind me of?
The
It reminds me specifically of chocolate liqueur, like the little chocolates with whiskey in them. But it's like
because of the whiskey.
because of the whiskey. But it's got that like sweet.
Yeah. There's definitely a bit of dark chocolate, or like definitely like a dark chocolate, like a really like kind of that burnt chocolate that's sort of like not like a light confectionery, but like a very like rich, almost savory confectionery smell to it.
Tipsy is saying cordial cherries?
Cordial cherries.
Cordial cherries.
I don't eat cherries. I have no idea.
This smells like cordial cherries.
They're so cordial. I'm a cherry. Hello.
Can you please be more cordial with people? My friends want you to be. I'm sorry, Andrew. Look, here's the thing, Andrew.
I'm not sorry. Keep going, Joseph.
No. I just look. Let me just say this. I fucking love whiskey.
But how do you feel about hats?
Hats are okay.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Yeah, cordial cherries. Yeah, cordial. Now I don't know how to say it anymore.
Cordial.
Is it cordial or cordial?
It's
I don't
cordial.
remember.
It's
I
cordial.
haven't even tasted this. Have you tasted this?
Oh, I just did.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
Oh,
What is going on, Andrew?
this is so good. I don't even know what I just tasted. Like, I got to go back to check this out.
Yeah, that is amazing, and that is surprising. It's one of those things like the nose does not set you up for the taste. The taste is like a dessert. Oh boy!
I don't know that I
Right,
ordered that.
Arrow
as a
Shark.
dessert.
Right. Oh, it's shoe polish, chocolate, oh, just
That, and that's the description on the menu, the dessert menu. Shoe
Yeah,
polish chocolate.
if like
It's going to be so popular.
Well, we're gonna read the like whatever the
what the notes are. Yeah,
what
in
the
a
notes
minute.
are. In a bit, we'll read it and we'll see what they say. But yeah. So for me, this house is like underneath. It's like a personal museum, like the attic in the Goonies, or like a basement underneath a museum.
Yeah, this belongs in a museum.
Underneath like a museum curator, like his personal basement, and there's like leather stuff down there. There's old old books. Yeah, it is like peaty, but it's not. Yeah, that's a great description. Like peat, but not peaty. If peat were a dessert, that's great. Because it almost does have that hint of that smoky Isla sort of like, but it's not,
it's not that. This is just
Oh, this is so
like, I
good.
feel like this is like that flourless cake kind of dessert chocolate, but with like oh man, this is
Question.
Wow.
Like, so both of y'all's reactions is very strong. But I know you guys kind of react strongly with a lot of stuff, especially Joseph.
This is my favorite whiskey. I'm just gonna put
That's
that
not true.
My favorite whiskey.
But Andrew, as somebody who drinks whiskey like a lot, oh, favorite whiskey alert! You guys have a graphic and everything. That's how I know you say it a lot.
And I'm piggybacking on it because I think this is also my favorite whiskey.
This is remarkable.
Yeah, it's really good.
But like, as somebody who drinks whiskey a lot, what about it is different?
What? Sorry, what? I didn't quite hear the question.
As someone who drinks whiskey a lot, what about this is different? What about it makes you and shake your fists as you did?
Because it's a surprise. Like, I don't recall having this collection of flavors, this kind of experience in my mouth with any other whiskey. Like that's what's so astonishing about it. Like you kind of know what you want. You expect you get maybe some vanilla if it's a bourbon barrel. You get some maybe cherry kind of sweetness if it's a sherry barrel. You get some darker notes if it's port. You get some kind of Caribbean kind of banana flavor if it's rum. But then you have something like this, and it's like flourless chocolate cake with shoe polish and tobacco, and you're like, and potato peels, and you're like, how does this come together as a flavor from this very simple process of taking this distilled alcohol and putting it in a barrel for 13 years?
I've been at wine tastings and I love wine. Wine is delicious. And I'm definitely like, oh yeah, there's a bit of that or there's a bit of this. But I never drink a wine and I go like, holy shit, what are those flavors? Like I never,
well,
that never happens.
That's because everybody else at the wine tasting would judge you if you did that.
But you don't say that. Wine flavors are subtle and they're in a more narrow range of flavors. Whereas whiskey is like
you get grape and then a little bit of something else. This is
wait. People are surprised. Do you like whiskey, Andrew?
I do not like whiskey.
Oh no.
I love whiskey.
What?
Oh, I see what you did there. Can I just say that Sherry Barrel sounds like one of your aunt's friends that organizes all the fundraisers at the country club?
That's probably true. Although her name is really Sherry Butt or Sherry Punchin. That's her married name, Sherry Barrel.
Oh, all right. Get some Aldi wine, huh? All right. No, I mean I love wine. Don't get me wrong. Like I enjoy it. I just never and I've been to wine tastings and I'm like, this is a really good wine and I'm gonna buy a bottle of it. But I've never been.
We did actually for our first anniversary. We went to wine country and learned that I learned I can't go to as many vineyards in a day as I could have when I was 23. Is what I learned.
Yeah.
So I got real tired that day. But because I don't like rosé, but it was super hip at the time, and everyone's doing rosé. And I was like, no rosé. And we're at this one place, and they're like, "Mud, have you tried our rosé?" And it was really good.
I think it's like, oh. It's come around. I think lately people are doing some very interesting things with like rosés and pink wines and orange wines and things where you go like, that orange? How does that work?
Yeah.
But
like everything else, there is innovation. I don't want to science this, Andrew. I don't want to science
this either. Oh my god!
You have more than I do. I'm gonna invoke my right of birthday and make you science it. Unless you don't want to, like if neither of us science it, then I'm fine with that.
He did say he didn't want to. That's how he.
No, I don't want to, but I
don't want to either.
I'm going to get a little lower before I science it.
Yeah.
And I realize we have only 4 minutes left before our next whiskey. No, you know what?
Ash has always been wearing that hat. That's the hat she started with. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. No, I didn't.
Oh, Brooke Lassie says she did science this and don't.
Thank you. I'm sorry. And I'm sorry.
For taking a bullet.
Yeah. What did it do? Like, I do want to know, like, what do you think it did?
Let's just all wait in silence while Brooke Lassie replies.
Mm-hmm.
Internet delay.
Shut down the nose. Oh, see, no, don't do that.
Yeah.
This nose is astonishing.
Oh, that's an interesting internet phenomenon. As you said that, I heard you say that, Andrew, before their message appeared.
Oh yeah, so a little
yeah. Phenomena.
Like phenomena.
2 red dots. So that's a hell no on the
wow. Water. Okay.
Brooke Lassie, at least you have more, so you can pour it into your glass and go back to this because this is.
It is phenomenal. This is one of those things where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna put this on the top shelf with
you know what? I'm gonna say that a second time. This is my favorite whiskey.
I'm gonna say it a third time. I fucking love whiskey.
Damn you.
I'm gonna say a third time. I fucking love hats.
Oh no. Has Thaddeus changed yours to love of hats? Has he done that? I'm not sure.
Wait, I feel like my score isn't high enough because it's only still at 1, and I think I've said I fucking love whiskey at least 3 times.
At least 3 times. I count you as 3. I think I'm only twice.
Also, I have said that Andrew fucking loves whiskey. No, that was in the pre-show.
I don't think that counts.
That's true. Yes.
Mine should be love for hats.
We should. Well, we didn't know you were going to do that. We would have changed the graphic, I think, if we knew.
Thaddeus!
Don't blame Thad. He's working hard.
I'm not yelling at Thaddeus. I'm just requesting. I'm saying, Thaddeus.
Thad, are you drinking this? What do you think of this?
Thaddeson, could you change my graphic, please?
I want to know what Thad. I want to know what
Lieutenant Bodie Cooper, hang on. That's our last whiskey today, so hang on and taste it with us, okay? The Balcones.
Yeah.
I'm trying to change the graphic. The whole thing about the whiskey, though. Don't science it. It was a big mistake.
Did you science it?
Yeah, I did. I had a little bit left, and it totally killed the nose, and like I just got like hit with a bunch of pepper, like on the nose, like, and that was really about it. And then like the taste like died down, and it was just hot. Like,
see, that's such a disappointment because this is amazing. This is I'm gonna say it again. It's my favorite whiskey.
Yeah. No, this is really
I fucking love whiskey.
It's funny to me because like, I mean, it's not where does this come from? Like it's not, you said this earlier.
Side.
Yeah. I mean, because I would normally say like a something that I really love was probably going to be an Isla, but this is not, but it's interesting. Yeah. It's great.
And this is a refill ex-bourbon hogshead. I have never had a bourbon hogshead taste like this. It's part of why I fucking love whiskey.
Yeah,
this is doing that for the points now.
Yeah,
this is really good.
No, I'm not. I'm actually not, because I mean, this is the kind of discovery where because SMWS bottles you have to. Just
there is one problem though I have with this whiskey, and it's this: I fucking love whiskey.
That's not a problem. That's just
No, the game is to get people to
That's
think
just
you're
a
going to say something
setup.
different and then to say it. It is a setup.
That's the game. You're trying to
Yeah, it's like Rickrolling someone. But instead of I'm never going to give you up. It's like, I fucking love whiskey. I don't know.
or
never going to stop fucking love whiskey.
It's like a reality cooking show.
Exactly. Like, it's exactly like that.
I'm so mad at this whiskey that I've not had it sooner.
We got to move on.
Oh man,
I don't want to.
They don't come on until 7. So if we run 10 minutes over, 15 minutes over, we'll be okay. We'll get out of their way in time for them to have the pre-roll. 10 minutes?
So good. This is so good.
Friend Fiction is up next, which is Lisette and...
and they're talking about Mr. Darcy today.
Oh, yeah.
I don't have a hat for that.
There's some more hats in here. Maybe you can find one in here.
I think we should just move on to the next whiskey.
No, yeah, well, I'll have to come back to this. Lisette and Michelle King, Lisette Jean-Marie and Michelle King and guests talk about some villain that they love in pop fiction. Kind of a bad boy. And it's delightful. It's
Yeah, and Lisette was in the Improv RPG last night and might be joining us for the final episode as well. So, yeah.
Let's hope so. Okay. Yes, just basically due to time, because I'm coming back to that. I'm coming back to that whiskey because
man, I'm gonna put that under my bed in a shoebox and save it a little bit that I have. I'm gonna be like, it's one day.
Bed. We've got.
Wait a minute, the little bit you have, I gave you 6 ounces.
I know. I'm kind of excited that Ash isn't having whiskey today, because that's a really good one.
Okay, our third whiskey today is this Farmyard Feedback Loop. It's a
wait.
Glenburgie. Oh, what?
We got to read the tasting notes from the last one. We didn't read them.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. We started. What? We started at a tobacco plant eating savory mashed sweet potato, but ended up in a vineyard with grilled sardines in Chermoula marinade. Chermoula, Chermoula marinade.
I have to look that up. That sounds interesting.
I don't agree with most of that.
They said tobacco. You said tobacco, and they
tobacco.
said
the tobacco in the nose. I got that, and this says mashed sweet potato. I think
potato peels was another. Like those were literally like notes that people said. So
dirty potato peels, but I didn't get.
No, not dirty, just wet.
I like our tasting notes better.
Dirty potato peels.
Well, that was Brooklassie's, but we'll.
I don't think she said.
All right, Glenburgie. I can't remember now. Farmyard Feedback Loop. This is 71.66 from SMWS. It's a 7-year-old, and it comes in. It's clocking in at 58.4%. My arms are not long enough anymore. First fill barrel ex-bourbon, Speyside.
You know what? So this is another Speyside. It is one of the things that the Scotch Malt Whiskey Society does so well is they when I hear the name of it, I get excited. You know what I mean? Like the fact that it's called Farmyard Feedback Loop. I'm like, oh, what is this?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I mean, oftentimes, before I really had bought into their club, there was things like thermonuclear banana that my friend Jim purchased, and I just that kind of name alone, it's like, yeah, I'd buy that. Yep.
Yeah. Well, remember there's the one. What was it, like overwhelming lemon or lemon or what was it? That's like
was it it was lemon something. But yeah.
Yeah, and when we good.
Yeah.
Like I find, because I do that with wine where I'm like, what a cool name. And I've stopped doing that with wine.
But that's the thing with Scotch Malt Whiskey Society. When they say it's lemon, and you smell it, you're like, holy shit. I feel like I just open a box of lemons, you know what I mean? Or I sniff some lemonade. Like,
I think
crazy.
The difference between, a wine that names it like that and SMWS is that they buy all of these single barrels from a bunch of distilleries and then they age them in their own warehouses and they taste them every year. They've got not a sommelier, but a whiskey expert who tastes them every year and kind of goes, oh, come over here, taste this one. I think this one's ready. And then they bottle it. They get the tasting notes from a panel of 5 or 6 people that go into the label.
I want that job.
I know. Yeah. It's not a job, unfortunately. It's something that you're privileged to do maybe once or twice in your lifetime. But then they write the notes and they bottle it up and they have an outturn. This is one of 258 bottles that they sold worldwide. And after those 258 bottles, it's gone. But they wait until the cask tells them it's ready, which is why you see a lot of 13-year-old, 7-year-old, things that you would never see on the market in any other circumstance, like Lagavulin
whiskey,
Lagavulin 8, Lagavulin 16, Lafroig 10, Lafroig 15. There's certain numbers that they will sell, and there's like 13. No one ever sells a 13-year-old whiskey unless it's one of these independent bottlers. I'm going way off on a tangent. Let's smell this stuff.
Metaphysical mystery tour.
Metaphysical mystery tour. But this is Farmyard feedback loop. Yeah, I get it. I mean,
I get hay. I get some hay.
Sure. And there was definitely like, because it's whiskey, there's like that, like, hey, and then also, hey. So you get like, that's, I think, the feedback loop there you're talking about.
Little recursion there. Horses arse for a wine. I drink that.
I'd buy it for sure.
Yeah.
I'd give it as a cheeky gift.
Yes, that's the way to do it.
To someone I didn't like.
Brooke Lassie, did you get this one as well?
It's a frenemy gift.
Yeah, I'm just nosing
she
it.
Did.
Both of these, like, I'm not as excited about the nose of this.
No.
Oh, yeah.
But Play-Doh dropped in a vanilla sugar cookie.
That's great. That's a great description. But I definitely like I could just sit in the nose. Like, I don't even want to taste it. I don't care if I taste it. Yeah.
It's I mean, like, the smell is in a very nostalgic sense, and this takes me back to something when I was like 5 years old.
It definitely has like a caustic paste of or paint of the when we were children, sort of like there were no safety. We don't need to like, that sort of like really, what is it? That paint that came in bottles that you would squirt out,
Like finger paint sort of things, or like.
It's like a really brightly colored paint, and you would pop the top off and squirt out the paint, Kind
of narrow nozzle, and you just like...
Yeah. Yeah, it is a great nose. Yeah. Oh, man.
So I went with this hat because it is Farmyard. So
sure.
Oh, nice. Yep.
Standard farming camo hat. It says Rack Attack.
What does that mean?
Because it's the nose of this whiskey just attacks you. With,
right.
I'm going to taste it. I'm going to taste this whiskey. Deerhorn.
Oh, I get spearmint suddenly.
Yeah, there's definitely spearmint in there. Oh, wow.
Just dump it on your face.
Like Wrigley's gum spearmint.
Oh, my God.
Are we about to get another graphic?
That is, I mean, this is my favorite fucking whiskey for sure. Yeah. Like I only like this. Like I love this. It not quite as much as the Metaphysical Mystery Tour, but very close. For me, the flavor in this is amazing. Like
it's like spearmint in the flavor. Like again, I've never experienced that with whiskey before.
I've definitely said spearmint. I've mentioned spearmint as a note before on this show,
but not like this. Like I feel like I'm chewing a stick of Wrigley's gum right now. Like
or one of those. Remember when the gum came out that had like a juice inside of it? Like the first time that happened, like spearmint was the most. What were those called? They were called like squirters or something.
I don't think they were called squirters.
No, they're pretty sure.
I think they were actually called squirters, and that does now,
different context. But that was like in the 80s. So, but yeah, you would put them in your mouth, and like the juice would squirt out, and the spearmint was the best flavor, and it was like very blurp, spearminty.
What's really great about this hat, because I fucking love hats, is it just. Because it's trucker style hat.
Gushers.
With
Sorry,
Gushers. That's what it was.
Oh, but those weren't gum. Those were like fruit things.
No, those were fruit snacks. Yeah, there was something else. There was a gum.
That was squirters.
I think it was might have been actually called like fruit squirt or something squirt or gum squirt. Like it had. I feel like it had squirt in the title.
Gum with something liquid inside.
And they were square, and you would open them up, and you would like. My brother loved them because he loved spearmint, and like that was
Yeah,
his
and they
favorite
were
gum.
white. They were like fat chiclets.
No, they were like slightly green. They were soft and
We
slightly
had different
green.
ones. I've definitely had like a white chiclet style gum that when you bite into it, it's
Like crunchy on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, these were soft. The thing I'm thinking about. I remember Hubba Bubba was the beginning of the gum revolution. Hubba Bubba was like the big like gum is coming back revolution. Again. Like Hubba Bubba was like, hey man, Hubba Bubba is the new gum. No more of these dry sticks of gum. Hubba Bubba is what it's all about.
I mean, I can't get away from the spearmint in this. Like the taste, the aftertaste.
Very minty.
Why would you want to get away from it though? Like, yeah.
I was expecting other flavors. I was just, because the Play-Doh and the vanilla sugar cookie, I got that in the front end, some hay. But now it's just, this would be I just call this spearmint. That's what I would have called this whiskey if I was in the committee.
I do sometimes like twirl this around a bit, which I feel is kind of pretentious, but also like I feel like it gets the nose like it
aerates a bit.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to invite you to the naming committee, Andrew, if that's what you're putting forth. I would have just called it spearmint.
I would have called it squirt.
I wonder if Brooke Lossy is gonna science it, because once again I don't know that I want to.
Is Brooke Lossy now the guinea pig? Because that's not fair.
No, it's not. Fair. It's not fair. We don't.
Totes fair.
Yeah,
like no spearmint. I don't know how you don't get spearmint.
No spearmint for me. Interesting. More wine gums. Oh, that's. Yeah.
Let me get to the wine gums.
Jujubes in an empty milk carton.
Hey, Mikey will try it. Michael will try anything.
I love how like the description of all of the scents and the notes it sounds like terrible things, and you're all so excited.
Yeah.
It's like, it's potato peels and
Hey, grab some of these jujubes. Hey. They've been in this empty milk carton that I haven't cleaned out yet. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This tastes like tar and acid, but in a good way.
It is like when I drink Lafroig, like it'll be like, oh yeah, this is burning boots and tires, like a tire fire. Like that's what it tastes like, but in a good, delicious tire fire.
Tire fire.
But it also tastes like for me, Lafroig tastes like I'm getting a bit of onion in this. Is that crazy? That's crazy.
Nope.
That crazy?
Nope. I can see that.
Do you want to try it, Ash? Do you want to try this?
Okay.
What a bizarre. Brooke Lossy, is that with water you get the tar?
Can you just go ahead and pour me all of them, and I'll just smell them all?
I'm not crazy. I'm not Shrek. Donkey. Give me the whiskey.
No.
I
only have so many glasses over here, so I have to.
Love Tom.
That's whiskey. Tastes like onions.
Who doesn't fucking love whiskey? I fucking love whiskey.
I fucking love hats.
That's a different show. You should pitch that.
Who am I pitching it to? Is there a producer in the audience?
Yeah.
You want to
probably
a cat show?
I don't know. With this hat, I get like it's warm, but I get like more of like it's a little bit itchy. You know what I mean?
No, I like it. Like it like clings to your head because you've got that sort of like the bend and the and it makes you feel sort of like safe.
Polyester is stretchy and it gives you that kind of feeling.
Ash, do you want me to bring this to you?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you should. I think you should.
It's traditional, but it's also kind of cheeky. And you can you could wear it in North Carolina or LA because here I'm just being ironic.
Yeah, that's right.
It's so versatile.
Lined with aluminum foil. Yeah.
Oh, this is a totally different. Hold on, I'm gonna be comparative.
Tipsy, what are you drinking?
Ooh.
Oh. You know what? Oh. I won't say this is my favorite whiskey because the last one was just like it blew me away.
I will. This is my favorite whiskey.
You always say that.
Yeah. Also, I fucking love whiskey. I fucking love whiskey. I fucking love whiskey.
He beat you, Andrew. Question. So the best advice I can give for wine tastings is never buy bottles from the fourth winery.
Yeah, no, that's a bad idea. It will not taste the same.
For whiskey tasting, do you have like the ability to go to multiple places? I feel like it's just.
I mean, you're gonna hurt yourself if you try and do more than two. You're probably
Yeah.
going to hurt yourself if you do more than one. But, if you're on Isla, you suck it up.
Brooke Lossy gives the nose 1 red dot and says they don't. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it just because you don't have to, Andrew, but I'm going to go ahead.
No, but I mean, 1 red dot is kind of like, it might be her opinion. She might say that, but she got the onion in the nose after water.
After the water. Oink.
And I'll try it after one more sip because I just want to taste by myself.
It does soften the nose. Oh, I kind of like what it does to the nose. It makes it more friendly. It makes it more like a hug. Yeah.
Amazing.
It's gentle. What did you think, Ash, of the smell, the snootful you took?
The snootful. I don't feel like I got a hug from my snootful.
Well, you haven't put water in it.
I know. What I'm missing out.
It's gentler with the water.
But the onion comes more to the forefront. I still can't get away from the spearmint.
Yeah, I can definitely see that because it definitely has a more medicinal quality than the last one.
Oh, wow. I think I kind of like it with water. Like, it could go either way, but I think I kind of like it with water. Just because it's once again, it's another very specific, different flavor. It's so, yeah.
It is. It gets away from the spearmint and the taste for me, but
I like it with water.
Sorry, Andrew. I just got really distracted because that noise you made sounded just like the beginning of a Beach Boys song. You're like, what clothes you wear.
I think I might be 1 red dot too, because I don't like how it changed.
What are the dots? Tell me about the dots.
So we have a ranking system at our
that are dots and they're red.
That taught me about whiskey, where neutral means either side. 1 blue dot means yes, we liked it kind of better with water, but try it without first and try it. 2 blue dots meant it really improved with water. 1 red dot is we kind of thought it didn't go well with water.
Okay, so red is bad and blue is good.
Don't put water in this, you will not like it.
So red is bad and blue is good.
Yeah.
That's
blue meaning the water, red meaning stop. Stop
putting water in this, you monster.
Hey, Geek Filter.
But it's subjective.
By the way, Geek Filter is the one who created the favorite whiskey icon that we use all the time, and I appreciate that so much. And someone came up and said to me, unknowing who you were or what you do, who said, it's kind of got a Star Trek vibe. And I was like, really? Well, that's surprising.
Well. You don't say.
I don't know. But Geek
Think
Filter,
of that icon, 4 blue dots. I don't know how far it goes up. I don't know what this thing is.
It's the
2. Well, I like it so much it gets 4. Add all the water to it.
But last time Geek Filter was our guest a few weeks back, and he asked me to say this: I fucking love whiskey.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, that doesn't count towards you though. Then
no, it does. It does. He asked me to say it.
Loves whiskey. You're quoting Geek Filter, so
I fucking love whiskey.
I think your blatant attempt at getting more points is just stupid, but I still fucking love hats.
I also fucking love whiskey.
I fucking love hats. Now, how's Thad going to deal with that?
Oh my gosh, what's he going to do?
Thad is crying right now. He's like, although, speaking of Thad, what does he think?
Yeah, what does Thad think on this?
Let's go to the Thad cam.
Yeah. Or the voiceover, at least.
So, it's very, very... This one was a roller coaster for me. Starting from the very beginning, I got, reminiscent of, a indoor pool off the nose. It was, chlorine-y, but, not so much, in your face. And then I also got... the Play-Doh type thing, I never got once hay or anything related to a farmyard, nothing like that for me.
Yeah, I think those tasting notes are garbage.
The taste for me is when I tasted Play-Doh rubbery type stuff. And then when I added water, it completely destroyed the nose to where I couldn't smell anything for it. And I got a real salty taste after it. On the taste, it was bitter, like salt, which I don't hate. I love salt, but like I could definitely see how someone would absolutely hate this with water.
Yeah, it definitely gets a lot more savory, I think, with water.
I disagree on everybody disagreeing with the farm thing, because it does reminds me of kind of like wet hay, or like a farm market, like a farm market, like, you know.
I mean, I got the hay a little bit on the first nose, but I mean, spearmint
It's wet
started
hay.
to override everything for me.
Why don't you, Andrew, read the tasting notes? What
All
do
right,
they say?
here's
But
what
do
they
it
say.
like dramatically in a different dialect.
Right. A surprising expression of this make. Lots of earthy, oily, waxy, and sooty notes.
Sooty.
Before chopped dry fruits and even lightly salty flavors. That's it.
Sooty. Is it
SMWS, again, I love your product. There are more notes in what you can find online than there are in the bottle. Stop that. Put the full notes on the bottle.
Put the full notes on the bottle. There's room.
If Jenna accepts our invite to be on the show, we will talk to her about that. Even though we've already talked to her about that.
You're gonna ambush her. You'd be like, "Hey, we've got all these whiskeys." Just kidding. We've got notes.
Every time we've talked to Jenna, we've brought this up every single time.
Look.
Well, we did get the bottle design changed. I'm adding myself to that, but really it was mostly Andrew.
Oh, we did.
And really, it was neither of us.
Yeah.
Look, Jenna.
They used to drop this line down all the way through the text here that you're trying to read, and it's like sometimes it's so dark you can't read the text because the text didn't change from black. Like graphic designer, that whoever that was, they're fired.
Yeah.
They're gone.
Wow, that's extreme. Like they were probably asked to do that, Andrew.
No. Graphic designers are never asked to do something asinine.
Just ask. Geek filter.
Yeah. At no point is there a board of directors that was like, it would be cool. What if you put the line through the text? Like, so, it covers it.
I want to see the line from down the aisle. Like, if I see the bottle on the shelf, I want to see that line. Just make it dramatic. Can it be?
If I'm up close, I don't want to read what you've actually printed on the bottle.
Okay, not this. But what if it was this? But not this. But what if it was this?
Excuse me, Geek Filter. Can you make this lighter, darker?
Can we get sort of a medium large liney circle?
I don't want to see it, but I want to know that it's there.
Yes, exactly. What he said. I want this graphic to feel like I'm sitting by a campfire. I don't want to see campfire. I just want to feel that.
Right.
Feel it.
And there's something mysterious in the woods watching me.
Maybe a cat, maybe not. But
only...
I want it to definitely be maybe a cat or maybe not.
But
not
monochrome.
Definitely a cat and definitely not a cat, but maybe
Definitely.
a cat or maybe not a cat.
You can't decide it's a cat. No.
Dog tendencies.
Round, but I actually want the design to be square.
Okay, we're giving geeks and Geek Filter PTSD, so we should probably.
You know what? It's now time for me to say I fucking love whiskey, but also it's time for us to move on to our final whiskey of the day, which is an American whiskey. This is a malt whiskey made in Texas. They're making it with just malted barley, which is making it not a bourbon. It is a malt whiskey, just like all of these Scotch whiskeys are malt whiskeys. They are made with barley, water, and yeast. There's 3 ingredients, and a cask, and 3 years. At least. Although Balcones, I think, is taking a shortcut. So I think this is only 2 years old. Is that right? Yeah. Aged at least 24 months in oak. So
Ash has got a Texas hat, and I'm very excited about that.
Yes, this is perfect.
You know what?
Perfect.
I fucking love hats.
I fucking love hats too.
I didn't before, but now I think I do.
Yeah, this is a
Spearmint.
This is a Wrangler.
Yeah.
And it's a is it a 10 star?
10 cc?
10 star.
10 gallon. No, 10 gallon, I think. Is
No,
what you're
it's not
looking
a gallon. It's so they're called stars or X's, and it has to do with how tightly the this is woven. So like super cheap hats, like that you get from like a gas station or something, that have like the weave is so loose you can see holes through it. Those are would be lower star or lower X count. This is 10. Like a 15 would be like really tightly woven.
It's how many
tight.
X's there are.
I love that this is becoming a show that's also about the minutia of hats. Like what if we just a part of the way through transition into a show where we're all just talking about hats, you know? It's like, well, now the European hat size is much more accurate, I feel, because they have, you know, they do it in metric or I'm not a hat wonk.
Although Ash, I just want to say that for most of my life, when I was young, I grew up in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, home of the Calgary Stampede, the greatest outdoor show on earth. Yeehaw. And frickin' everyone had a white cowboy hat, just like that. Cowboy hat, as we used to say. Cowboy hat, cowboy boots.
Joseph was a cowboy.
I was a cowboy. I have actually 2 stories that I need to tell you right now based on that.
I want to hear them.
The first one is
the second one?
Second one is I fucking love whiskey. I fucking love whiskey. I fucking love whiskey. And then the third one is
about how you fucking love hats, because I fucking love hats.
Yeah, no, I did a commercial in Atlanta when I lived in Atlanta for Georgia. There's like a steakhouse down there called
I did a commercial in Atlanta for Georgia.
For Georgia.
You're welcome, Georgia.
Longhorn Steakhouse, that's right. Like, and there was like a dance we had to learn. And I was basically, there was this character called the Big Haired Lady that was like a local celebrity, and I was one of her cowboys. I was one of her cowboys.
I'm from Georgia, so the big haired lady was for sure a thing growing up. Yeah. What is it? Kickback, buckle up? No,
it was kickback. Oh, was it like something and then chow down at Longhorn?
Chow down at Longhorn.
That was the end.
Buck up, kick back.
Yeah, that's it. Buck up. And there was a whole song, yeah.
And they did a dance. It was like buck up, kick back.
So my second story is one time I was going to the Fringe Festival in Edmonton.
And suddenly you fucking love whiskey.
This is a real story. Anyway, I got off the plane and I get to security and they pulled me aside into the little room and they hassled me because I was going to do a show at the Fringe Festival and they were certain I was going to get paid and steal money from Canadians as an actor. They were like, we have plenty of actors. We don't need you coming up here and stealing our... And I was like grilled for like an hour and that whole thing of like, I'm just doing a show. Like I'm not getting paid to do the show. I was getting paid to do the show, but anyway,
they're watching this, Joseph. They've been watching you since then.
Canada's never going to let me in. It's fine. Anyway, so then after this hour grueling long session of being like with a security, I walk out of the airport with all the other tourists into a corral that they have built, and a cowboy lassos me because it is during that. It is during the Stampede, and I'm just like, I'm tired. I'm like, I've been on
Edmonton. Like days in Edmonton.
I've been on a flight. I'm tired. I've been through security, and I come out, and this guy lassos me. He's like, and hands me a flyer, and he's like, "Come to the Stampede," and I'm like, "Okay, thank you." It was pretty surreal.
So I've done the Edmonton Fringe a number of times. And one of the times
it is an amazing Fringe. I think it's better in some. I've never been to the Edinburgh Fringe, but
Edinburgh. There's no O.
I've never been to the Edinburgh Fringe,
but I mean, like,
because it doesn't exist.
In Edmonton, you get crowds out to see your show. Edmonton really, really supports. But I was there with my buddy at the time, Bruce McCullough. Maybe you've heard of him. And he
I don't know if you knew this, but I directed Scott Thompson in a sketch show. I directed him in a sketch show.
I mean, Scott is great, awful. But anyways, so Bruce and I were hanging out in the hotel, and he had a show, and his show ridiculously successful because he had been I don't know if it was post Kids in the Hall or during Kids in the Hall. It was like around that time anyway. So he was crazy popular, and we're going down in the elevator. Or no, we're going up in the elevator from his show, and we're walking back to his hotel room, and he gets in the elevator, and there's these two big guys in the elevator, and he turns to them and he goes, "I have $2,000 in my pocket," because he'd just gotten his payout from the box office, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" That's Bruce McCullough. Anyway, I love him.
Wait. Were you going up or down in the elevator though?
We were going up. We were going up to his room because he just
sure because I feel like that's important.
We're going up. I'm pretty sure because if he had $2,000 in his pocket, it's because he came back from the venue. They just paid him, and he was coming back to his room.
Let's dissect this a little more. Was it in his pocket, or was it in like a bag?
It was in his pocket in an envelope. Absolutely, 100%.
So like large bills.
Probably
Someone in the chat just wrote, "I fucking love stories." Oh,
thank you, Maura. Thank you.
I would like to think that is the most sarcastic, like just, oh, I fucking love stories. Like in my mind, that's how that was delivered. All right. Let's drink some whiskey.
Last one, Balcones. This is a Texas single malt whiskey. They are trying to do this in the style of scotch. They're doing it like they're roasting barley. They are distilling that into a whiskey. They've only aged this for 2 years, but you know what? Why is this bottle so low? I fucking love whiskey.
You fucking love that whiskey.
And this whiskey is good. Like for Texas, 2 years old, and the price is really good. And this is from K&L. Hey K&L, why not sponsor us?
Ooh, you
just
should.
like random.org might sponsor us maybe at some point.
I'd rather be sponsored by K&L.
Me too.
I'd rather be sponsored by K&L.
What? I fucking love whiskey. What?
Sponsored by Ren. You guys have the coolest graphic.
Oh, yes.
So this hat, I got 22 years ago, and it's still, is in good shape. But it's because I got it 22 years ago. It's a size 7, so it's a bit tight. I wear a size 7 1/8.
I'm gonna pour some of this for Ash so she can join us.
I fucking love hats, but it's a little tight, so I just gotta after a bit put it up. Otherwise, it gets a little. But it's very great against rain. Yeah, because
rain and sun. I mean, like that's what the hat was for.
Weave is so tight. It's 10 stars, 10-star hat. No red or blue dots. I would say it's actually got 2 red dots because it's waterproof.
Bang.
Yeah. There you go. The more
All right.
you know.
I'll be back.
What's happening? Oh, you're giving it.
He's bringing me whiskey.
Look at the color of that. That's after
Texas.
2 years in is it virgin oak? What happened here?
Yeah, it's because it's American.
It's American. I think they toasted it and then they did it
Smells like America.
it doesn't actually say if it's it says it's American oak, but it doesn't say if it's virgin.
Shall we have some whiskey? I think it's time for a whiskey safari.
But I think, given the color, I think that has to be virgin oak that's been toasted a lot before they put that thing in there, because it's only been there for 2 years.
Ooh, toasted how?
Well, what they do is they put the oak barrels over these little flames, and they just like.
And then they pull this little tab down on the side of the oak barrel, and the whiskey goes down, and then when it's ready,
and then
comes up.
It pops up. Yeah.
I was thinking they left them in the sun with like fire ants. Hey, partner, you're not gonna survive this, but you're gonna be toasted when it's done.
Can I just say thank you, chat, for being with us? Because there's amazing things happening over there.
I didn't realize it's from Waco, Texas.
I agree.
Waco? No, what? No, what?
It says Balcones, Waco, Texas.
Oh,
where
wow.
the crazies are from.
Made by Branch Davidians.
Not true. I mean, follow these folks at Balcones. Just follow them. They're young people. They're trying to make this thing happen down there.
Wow.
You sound like such a boomer. These young people, they're just making whiskey.
This is like this
Ash?
tastes so different than the nose.
Like just post boomer, just like by that much.
You're pre-boomer.
No.
I guess I guess it
The
depends.
boomers were in the 50s mostly.
No, I know you're younger than a boomer.
Yes.
But I guess when you first said post-boomer, to me it makes me like think you're older, but you're younger.
I'm
than a
younger.
boomer.
Wait, are you talking about old Battlestar Galactica or new Battlestar Galactica?
We're talking about the new Battlestar Galactica.
Okay. Well, then we're all post-boomer.
Okay, boomer.
Joseph, you had something to say, Mr. Pip?
Yeah, the smell to me is very much like a scotch. But the taste is surprisingly different and delightful.
It's very smooth. It's very
it is.
It's sort of the difference in the whiskeys to me is very much like the difference between European chocolate and American chocolate.
There's no accident. This is this low because like I keep going like, what can I have up there? Oh,
What? Wait, what was Ash saying?
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter because I don't fucking love whiskey. I fucking love hats. So what I have to say is,
No, I still want to hear what you have to say. Please, what were you saying?
please continue.
You're saying what's the difference between like American chocolate and European chocolate?
European chocolate, yeah, where it's like, you know, I feel like a bunch of Texans went, yeah, no, I like that, but what if it was like sweeter? And
what if it was
easier to
Texan?
drink?
I don't know if this is sweeter though.
What if it was slower?
It does to me. It has a hint of rye whiskey. Like that's what it kind of reminds me of.
But this is just malt.
I know, but it reminds me of rye whiskey,
sweeter,
like a high end rye whiskey.
I think it's like a virgin cask that's been toasted in the same way that bourbon casks are.
Virgins.
Oh God. That was one of those laughs that you get just from like being so surprised that someone said something. Like it was such a non sequitur. That was great.
I'm sorry.
To Ash Minnick.
Ash Minnick, y'all.
Tish Minnick.
Yeehaw! Calgary Stampede.
Oh yeah, there is a lot of oak in it. Yeah, it's like eating my dad's log cabin.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the house I would build in this. Is definitely like a log cabin. A log cabin smothered in molasses, I think.
But I mean,
with a campfire nearby, though.
Toasted molasses, definitely toasted molasses, roasted toasted molasses,
thinned syrup from.
So good. This is so good. 2 years.
2 years
in a cask. This whiskey.
2 years.
At least 24 months. They brag.
Wow. So what sort of stuff are they making now? We need to get another of their whiskeys on the show, I think.
Do they brag or do they clarify?
We need to get those kids on the show.
These kids.
Get them off the lawn. Get them on the show.
These kids are trying to do something. No, I believe you, Andrew.
At least 24 months.
I just don't think they're being braggadocious. I just think they're letting you know.
They're not being braggadocious. I mean, like,
they're just being
I love watching them on the Instagram when they do these live broadcasts where they're saying like, hey, we're trying this. Like we went to Scotland, we tasted these things. We were like, wow, how do we do that? And they just kind of, they're experimenting. But they're producing great product. Lieutenant Bodie Cooper is tasting this as well because he has a bottle of the Balcones at home. I'd like to know what he thinks.
He has some notes here. There's a lot of oak in it. I'm really enjoying it. Like eating a dad's log. He was the one who said all these things.
Okay.
Roasting coffee beans in the cabin too. That's been stuffed with dates.
I could go for some coffee.
Yeah.
It's like eating my wooden clog.
What about Lassie, Brooke Lassie?
I do not think she has the Balcones.
Oh, okay. What about Thad? What does Thad think?
Thad?
Yeah,
Thad.
It's phenomenal, and I wish I had the money to purchase one of these bottles from K&L.
How much are they?
Sponsored.
I think they're only.
How much are they?
60.
It's not too bad.
Well, yeah, but I'm doing all my holiday shopping and whatnot for people, so like.
You should buy it for someone who doesn't really like whiskey.
Who fucking loves hats?
But who fucking loves hats? And be like, I got you this. And they'd be like, I don't really like whiskey. And they're like, oh fuck, I'm sorry.
This one was I think $79.99.
Yeah, okay, too steep right now.
That's pretty, yeah.
But it is delicious. Like
my blood.
We generally don't talk about prices on here, but I do feel like $60 is kind of like as much as I want to spend on a bottle of whiskey. Me personally, people have different financial realities, and that's like for me, that's like. But
however much you want to spend on a bottle of whiskey for me, that's fine. You know, whatever.
I mean, if I buy a bottle of whiskey for you, Ash, I'm just going to drink all of it myself. So. You know.
Oh, I was quoting you. I was being you. You were saying $60 is all I'd want to spend on a bottle for me.
Oh, here you go, Ash. Here's a subscription to the SMWS.
The what?
I've thought about it, but then you also have to buy from SMWS. I love SMWS.
Yes, you have to pay the annual fee, and then you have to buy from them sight unseen. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Is like you have to
Taste
go buy
untasted.
subscriptions.
Sight unseen. You mean taste untasted?
I don't think.
Well,
I've
taste
tasted
untasted. Well, you know, we're
like bottle untasted.
Synesthetes.
Synesthetes. We have synesthesia.
So sight untasted, taste unfelt, felt uncolored.
Hmm. Yeah. I fucking love cats.
I do fucking love cats.
Oh my gosh. Ash.
Yeah, that's me.
After tasting some of these whiskeys,
I've tasted 3.
we have to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Serious. It's a serious question.
Does this mean this is the end of the show?
It's a serious question.
Wait, hold on. I have to put on my last hat. It's my hat for you, Andrew.
I fucking love whiskey.
Yeah.
Andrew, if you were a scotch. What? Oh no.
Yes!
It's my toque. There we go.
Oh, Canada, there's words that come after this. I don't know.
And true patriot love in all of our command. See, I did I took out our son's command and made it the genderless all our commands. All of our commands.
They did a great service.
The Canadian anthem has changed 3 times in my lifetime, where they've taken out like language where I was like, oh, that's kind of problematic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As they should. You got to evolve this stuff.
So, what was your question? I'm so sorry.
After tasting some of these whiskeys, I won't say all these whiskeys. I want to know
if I fucking love hats. I do.
No. I want to know if you like whiskey. Do you like whiskey?
Do you like whiskey, Ash? Ash, do you like whiskey? Ash, do you like whiskey?
No, I fucking love it.
That's all we care about.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not subscribed to Outpost 13, please subscribe. Stick around for fan fiction, which is coming up in just like I can't do the math. 15 plus 4 minutes. 3 minutes? What's that? 18 minutes. 18 minutes. And then Tales by Fire later tonight. And then like there's game shows. There's amazing crap happening on the show, on this channel.
No crap.
No crap.
Stuff.
Amazing crap. No crap. Amazing crap. Thank you, Outpost 13. Thank you, Thad, for doing our tech. Thank you, Cody Bushy, for doing the bot, even though it didn't kick in until halfway through the show. Outpost 13 for hosting us. Aaron Harvey for the graphics, Geek Filter. If you need graphics, go to Aaron Harvey. Pay him a crap ton of money because he'll be so happy. And
yes, he's designed art for several of my games. At least 2.
You know what? Mostly, thank you for joining us here on I Fucking Love Whiskey.
We love you.
I fucking love whiskey. Night, everyone.